In times past, we had more books written by men. History, philosophy, science, business, and the stories of our daily lives were majorly told from a male's perspective. Women's voices were often unheard, their experiences undocumented, and their contributions overlooked. In fact, history is filled with the stories of women whose voices were silenced. Very few women were willing or even allowed to write books. Some were told that their words didn't matter. Others feared rejection, societal limitation, and even lacked access to education and publishing opportunities. Their wisdom only remained in whispers and passed down only through conversation. But times are changing. Women are now finding their voices, stepping out of their shadows and owning their narratives. Women are no longer footnotes in history. They are now writing history. They are shaping industries, changing policies, influencing mindsets, and inspiring new generations. From literature to leadership, technology to transformation, women are now telling their stories in powerful ways. And we see how they are now letting us know that their voices are not just necessary, but revolutionary. We have seen women whose books have transformed lives, shaped society, and shifted mindsets. Women like Chimamanda Adichie, Oprah Winfrey, and Michelle Obama, whose books have changed lives and are currently transforming the society. But let's not go far. Let's talk about the women in our circle. At CWIN Africa, we have been able to work with some women who have told their stories and written powerful books. Now, one of such women is Favor Okike Onibe. In 2019, Favor sent me a message and said she wants to improve her writing skill and write her book. Now, when we started working on Favor's book, I was wowed. I could imagine how powerful this book was going to be. And when she launched the book, you really could tell that it was powerful because in less than 6 months, that book generated 7 figures in sales. But let's not talk much. Listen to Favor share her story.
I have 3 books to my name: Check Up, Dear Future Spouse, and Beyond the Scare. CWIN Africa published the 3 of these books for me. They edited and published them. Check Up is a motivational guide that can help one grab life's opportunity and become successful. We recorded over 2,000 sales of Check Up in and outside the country. It was December 2018. I was scrolling up on Facebook and I came across a story that Okoyo Ijoma Dicta wrote. I was like, wow, I loved the story, and I reached out to her. I was like, who wrote this? I've been trying to write and I don't know how I'm going to start. And she puts me through. And all I can say is that from that day, my life never remained the same. My experience working with CWIN Africa is superb. They have the best team to work with. They are professionals. While I was writing my first book in 2019, I was confused. I didn't know who to hire as an editor. I didn't know where to go to for my publishing. But immediately I came across CWIN. Everything turned to a story. And it came out as the best book. During my second book, Dear Future Spouse, I had to go back to them again because they gave me the best when I was writing my first book. So they gave me the best again. When I wrote my third book, Beyond the Scare, I went to them the 3rd time. So I went to them and they gave me the best as usual. Now I'm writing another book. Guess who my editor is? Okoye Ijoma Dicta. My advice to women who wants to write: start writing. You need to start. Own your voice. Say no to self-doubt. After writing, get a professional editor. And I advise you to hire CWIN Africa because they are good in editing, they are good in publishing, they are the best at what they do. If you hire them, I promise you, your book is going to come out one of the best.
Another woman who has written a powerful book is Chizoba Exe, one of our authors from the US, who wrote a book telling how she lost her father and how the whole funeral situation and process in Nigeria stressed her, and exactly what needs to be done for these to be corrected so that it doesn't continue as a cankerworm eating deep into the fabric of our society. I don't need to say much, just hear her share her story and why you also need to write your book.
My name is Chizoba Exe, preferred to be called Cheesy. I'm a data analyst and currently a student in the licensed practical nursing program. I authored the memoir Echoes, The Journey Through Grief and Tradition and the Legacies of My Father, which was published by CWIN Africa. I was inspired to write Echoes by the profound love and humility embodied by my late father. His teachings and preparedness and authenticity have deeply influenced my life in unbelievable ways. I'm highly family oriented. So through this memoir, I aim to honor the legacies of my father and shed light on the cultural challenges that we faced during his mourning and the burial. And I'm using this opportunity to advocate for better burial practices. We are evolving in a lot of things, but we're not evolving in that aspect. How did I hear about CWIN Africa? I discovered CWIN Africa through the internet space, the online community. CWIN, they have a group, a forum, Authors Forum, CWIN Authors Forum on Facebook. They have a page in LinkedIn too. Their dedication to empowering African writers and authors gives you the supportive feeling, which resonated with me, and that's why I seek them out for their guidance and to help me publish Echoes. It's been phenomenal. Their professionalism, attention to details, genuine commitment, the prompt response, the way I fast to respond to my first email, and their commitment to amplifying African voices and African narratives. That was part of the reasons why I chose CWIN. It's a safe space where you talk, they listen and you talk, they listen, you talk. It refined my writing but also enriched my perspective as an author. My advice to women looking to write a book and publish a book, get you a CWIN. I mean that in every sense of it. To all my aspiring women out there looking to tell their stories, your story, your experiences, they are worth it. No story is a bad story, hence you have the experience.
Another amazing woman who wrote a book is Eunice Ape. Eunice Ape wrote 2 books at the same time, one for teens and one for the parents of teens. And I was so excited about working with her on this book because I am one person who believes that the family is the bedrock of the society, and if the family is not fixed, the society will not be fixed. You need to hear her share her story and get a copy of her book because you need it for your teen, and especially if you are a parent of a teen.
My name is Eunice Ape. I'm a teens mentoring coach. I'm also the author of the Teens Play book. My book is a comprehensive book for teenagers and for parents. It prepares the preteen for the teen ages, and for the teenager, it helps to give clarity on their journey through the adolescent phase and prepare them adequately for their life in the adult phase of life. And for the parents, we all know that most parents struggle to raise teens. They have so many complaints about teenage behaviors and crises all around. So this book is going to be like the manual for the parents to guide their preteen, to support their preteens. It will help them to build connection and how they can better their relationships and get the most out of their teenage age. As a teen coach and mentor, I happen to be in touch with teenagers almost every day. So this book is vetted out of what I see that it's a need that most of them have. 1 out of 5 teenagers is struggling to balance. So this book is aimed at helping them to acquire that balance, to attain life of balance in all the different areas of their lives. So we have a teen that is excelling well and is also spiritually sound. We have a teen that is sociable and is also domesticated. So in every area of their life, they are doing well. That's the essence of the book. And the parents, I know they complain a lot, they have a lot of questions. Why can he not be this and this and that and that? So this book is what the parents need to teach the teenager on how to attain balance, because what is lacking in their life is actually balance. It's how to attain it. So we teach the parents to model it to the teenagers. I learned about CWIN Africa through my husband. So a friend of his that had previously published a book with CWIN Africa highly recommended their services, and so we got in contact with them. And from the get-go, I could see why they came highly recommended, because their services are actually exceptional. They pay good attention to details, and I love how she held my hand through the preliminary stages of my book because I was a newbie writer. So there were so many things I didn't know at the time. She had to guide me through them. She kept explaining and explaining. As a newbie writer, I had a lot of fears, a lot of questions. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to write a good book. But then I came in, and after I was onboarded, I went through some online courses that equipped me with the required skills I needed to write a fantastic book. And right now, I go through the content of my book, and I sometimes I'm amazed that that's actually me writing. So they created these online courses that simplified everything a newbie needs, from the book writing process to publishing to marketing. Every area was covered. And when we got to the editing phase of the writing, I love how attention was paid to every detail of the book, making sure that the focus of the book was maintained across the chapters. So working with CWIN Africa has been fantastic, to say the very least. I highly recommend them to anyone. You're a newbie, just like I was, or you've had books before. You can still work with CWIN Africa. They are excellent in their services, and they're going to give you just the best. And for every woman out there looking to write their books, I want to encourage them to believe in themselves, believe in that idea you have, and believe in your own story. Every story is unique, and no matter what your own story is, it can become an inspiration for someone else to glean from.
And then we have Eunice Ejila. Eunice wrote one of the most fantastic books that I have ever read on friendship. Very in-depth, very comprehensive, and it is a book that I recommend for parents and their children, because in this age and time where everybody claims to be friends, there is a need for us to educate our younger generation on how to choose friends, how to grow friends, how to nurture friendships, and how to become the friends that they too need. Now I want you to listen to Eunice share her story.
My name is Eunice Ejila, and I am a mother, a wife, and I am also a children and teens coach. I authored a book with the amiable dicta, and the title of the book is The Art of Building Meaningful Connections. And how I got to know about dicta and CWIN, I saw her write up once in Head Start Africa. And I was like, wow, this young lady knows her onion. I saw what she wrote and how she could help people who want to go into authoring books. And I already had so many unpublished books. I was like, I think I need to work with this person. And one thing with me, I get so attracted to very young people. And seeing her do all of this was amazing. And I was planning on how to get across to her. And I met someone, a friend. We grew up together in the same vicinity. She helped him. He launched his book, and when I saw him mention her name, I was like, yes, this is it. Immediately I contacted him. I told him I actually wanted to reach Dicta. This is what I have in plan. He said, June, just go ahead. Dicta is good. She knows what she's doing, and she's actually going to help you. And that was it. I sent her a message on Facebook, and we started from there. And honestly, I have no regrets. I have no regret at all, and I wrote the book from the scratch. I didn't even know how to put it. I told her chapterization and all of that. I could just bring it on, Eunice. We're going to edit, proofread, and all of that for you. And to the glory of God, amazingly well, she did it, and here we are today. My advice to every woman: you want to write a book, you have the ideas in your head, you don't know how to put it even on paper, just call Dicta. Call Dicta. I assure you, you are going to get the best out of it.
Beautifully, there are other women who have done and written amazing stories around you. Now, these women across countries, institutions, and industries have proven that when women write, they don't just write to tell their story, they also give others the courage to embrace theirs. And now it is your turn. We need more women who will be willing to tell their stories and give a lifting hand to other women behind them. Now here is the fact: your story, struggles, victory, lessons are all powerful. They can inspire, heal, and transform lives. The world needs your wisdom. The world needs your voice and your perspective. With every book written, every experience shared, and every truth spoken, women are now reclaiming their spaces, not just in bookshelves, but in hearts, minds, and legacies across the world. At CWIN Africa, we believe that every woman has a story worth telling. This International Women's Day, we challenge you. Start that book, pick up your pen, share your journey. Because when one woman writes, she lights the way for many others. Your words matter, your wisdom is needed, your voice needs to be heard. And the best time to write is now. Happy International Women's Day.
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 Happy International Women's Day to all the beautiful, amazing women out there.
Happy International Women's Day from CWIN Africa.